Hey fans, welcome to another video today. It's been a few days actually since I've recorded the last one, and I'm going to actually space these out because obviously the transfer window is closing on Monday at 11 o'clock. So there's not going to be much to talk about in terms of daily Arsenal news. So I will probably space these out sort of 2 or 3 times a week, just to let you know what's going on and my thoughts on it. Okay, so it's been an interesting last couple of days really. The first thing I wanted to mention was that the club have re-signed Flamini. Like I said to you in a previous video, he was training with the Arsenal over the summer because he actually left Milan at the end of last season. And he always wanted to come back to Arsenal. He was actually offered a new deal at AC Milan and a few other clubs, but his heart was set on joining Arsenal. And I actually think it's a great deal, to be honest, because I'm reading he's only on sort of 30 to 40k a week. So for a player of his experience, that's pretty cool. Secondly, he knows the club. He's been there. He was there for 4 or 5 years. He played in the, he was part of that Invincibles team. I'm not sure how many appearances he had, but he had experience. He was part of the back four. I think he played right back, left back, even centre back. I think when Arsenal reached the Champions League final in 2006, and you have to remember that that team actually achieved 10 consecutive clean sheets in the Champions League, and I think that's still a record to this day. And he was a part of that, and he was playing our position. I mean, we signed him as a central midfielder, and a lot of that campaign he was at left back. So, his versatility will help us, experience will help us. He's got fantastic stamina and a great engine, and he can run up and down all day. And I think Wenger was saying that he's in great shape. So I think he is a great person to sign. Saying that, I don't think he's the only person we need to sign. He's a great addition, but I think there needs to be some more. I am really concerned because there was the Champions League draw yesterday, and we've got a really tough draw. It's definitely one of the toughest. We've got Dortmund, Napoli, and Marseille. So I'm not really concerned about Marseille because we've got a great record in France. In fact, we haven't lost to any French teams in the Champions League. I think we played 8, won 6, drawn 2 or something. I was reading today. So we've got a fantastic record there, and I'm not really concerned about Marseille. It's more kind of Dortmund and Napoli. They've strengthened. Rafa Benitez is there. He seems to have a knack with teams in Europe, and he's bought the right players. I think that one, at least away, those 2 away games are going to be very tough. Very tough 6 points. That's Dortmund away and Napoli away. So I do think we need to strengthen the team and get a bit more squad depth to manage and cope with the demands of the Champions League and the Premiership. There was an interview today from Wenger to say that he's not going to panic buy. There are deals in place and he is expecting more players, but I am getting nervous because it is coming towards the end of the window. There isn't really that much time left. We are still linked with players like Ozil, Benzema, Di Maria. But I think the fact that Tottenham are holding up the Bale transfer, I kind of suspect that they want to drag it out until literally the last couple of hours. Because they know that a lot of potential deals rest on this, and I'm reading that Real Madrid actually want to sign Suarez as well. So they want to get rid of a few players, and then use that money to sign Suarez. So obviously the Bale transfer is holding that up. That's about 80 odd million there, and they could sell a couple of players to fund Suarez. So it all hinges on that one transfer from Spurs to Real Madrid. I think Levi is very smart. He's very smart. I think he knows what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, they must do. I mean, they must. They've been talking all summer, and I think that he's got a strategy to try and stop players moving around. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, he's done. I mean, Bell to Madrid is done. It's just I'm not sure what's taken so long. He's agreed a 6-year contract. They've agreed a fee. Everything's ready. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. They were supposed to unveil him last Tuesday or Monday, I think. They had a stage. They actually had a stage in the Bernabeu, which is quite incredible, really. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I am getting nervous. I'm not usually one to panic, but we are running out of time, and we need to make a move. So I'll probably see you on Monday to catch up with you. There is a game on Sunday. It's a North London derby. Starts at kickoffs at 4 o'clock GMT. So make sure you guys sign up to whatever streams or services or whatever you guys are members of, and make sure you watch that game. It's going to be a cracker. I read a stat today that no Premier League match has had as many goals as the North London derby. We've scored the most number of goals out of all the fixtures that are possible. So it's going to be it's going to be dynamite. It always is. The last 2 fixtures at the Emirates have produced 5-2 results. We've won both of them, so I'm expecting more fireworks this year. So I'll see you on Monday, and have a good weekend.